want to mention this fact. Every single country that has gone independent via political means or war or whatever has had an economic downturn. Every single one. Why do we not hear that from the SNP?
I agree with Pope Francis. I really do. Not just because he's the Pope, because popes are no longer infallible, but this Pope is bang on the money on everything that he said throughout this pontificate. And when he said, just a week or so ago, that in democracies, separatism has to be handled very, very carefully, because it can lead to real difficulty. Use the analogy of picking thread. It has to be unpicked with very great sensitivity. And that in general, he was against the breakup of existing democratic states. I agree with the Pope. Maybe they blame minorities. Some would, some already do. I'm a supporter for my sins of Catholic schools, for example. Every time I say so on Twitter, I'm assailed by people who are supporting the Yes campaign and want to abolish Catholic schools. But whatever point of view you've got on those schools, sorry?
Order, please. Order, please.
To slow that down here, you're supposed to be what?
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Please sit down. If you can sit down, please.
Why?
I think that you have.
Quiet, please, and let George answer.
I think that you have misheard me, or you have misunderstood me. I said every time I raise the issue of Catholic schools on Twitter, I am assailed by hundreds and hundreds of supporters of the Yes campaign who want to abolish Catholic schools. That is a fact. Unless you say I'm lying about what I experienced. No. I'm not saying the SNP are. I'm not saying this. I'm not saying. I think you're protesting too much, brother. I think you're protesting too much. No.
Dennis,
No.
I think the child will sit quietly, please.
No, I'm not talking about religion. I'm talking.
Order here and let George speak for the majority of people in the hall who wish to hear him.
Get back to England. Did you hear that? Now there is the authentic voice. Get back to England. Go back to England.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
I want to ask you.
Some people say I should go back to Ireland. I'm going nowhere. I'm here and I'm going to speak and I'm going to be heard. Now, here's my point. Sit down, please. Sit down, please.
Sir, sit down, please, or I will ask that you be escorted from the hall. Please sit down.
My point is that in the hunt for scapegoats, after independence doesn't work out in the way that they promised you, there will be many, not Alex Salmond, not the SNP, although, come to think of it, I'm old enough to remember when William Wolfe, the former leader of the SNP, threatened to arrest the papal nuncio if he set foot in Scotland in 1980. So now that I think of it, not Alex Salmond, not the SNP, but many supporters of separatism will start to look for people to blame for the fact that it hasn't worked out. Some may be visible minorities, others may be invisible minorities. except at school time and on a Sunday. In any case, there will be people who will develop a politics of grudge and resentment against those of us who think differently to them.